I'm Michael George, outside linebacker at Minot High, and you're watching Under the Lights on KMOT.
Thanks, Michael. Welcome back to Under the Lights. Single A Region 3 seems pretty top-heavy this year. DLB, Velva, Bishop Ryan, but a handful of teams are still fighting. The Ned Rose Cardinals looking their first win of the season up against Ray Powers Lake tonight. First quarter, Derek Heiner is Ned Rose's starting sophomore quarterback, looking for the end zone. This is broken up by Outlaws defensive back Nick Erickson. Turnover on downs. Now, third and short comes up for Ray Powers Lake. The handoff outside, wrapped up in the backfield. Keaton Cole, the track star. Outlaws are forced to punt. We're still scoreless going into the second quarter. Lucas Parslow takes the snap, evades the blitz initially, but he's brought down. Chad Bruce and Jace Van Winkle doing the damage. Hey, after a low-scoring first half. Ned Rose, that's your first win since last September. I know it's got to feel good on homecoming. Be safe and have fun. To Coal Country, Hazen versus Beulah. Rain gear was covering up the camera lens, and by the time you look up, Ronan Clinworth from Beulah in the midst of rushing in a 30-yard touchdown. Two-point conversion. Clinworth takes the direct snap, finds the gap, makes his way in. Miners are up 8-0. 2 plays after recovering a Beulah fumble. So to go back to the Bison. High snap gets away from Braden Braithwaite and Jermaine Halton. The Miners take over, but don't score on the drive. And we go to the second half. One of the very few pass plays of the game. Beulah doesn't like to pass. Trace Beauchamp launches it in the direction of Simon Bushfink. Catches in stride. Beulah definitely still in playoff contention coming out of Region 4 this year. The Harvey Wells County Hornets looking to spoil Grafton's homecoming. The Spoilers wasted no time getting going. They returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. 7-0 Grafton on the Hornets' first possession, though. Kale Sieg capped off a nice drive with a touchdown, all square at 7. Spoilers' first possession, quarterback Kyler Drude's pass picked off. Kale Sieg again nearly returned for a touchdown. After the interception, Hornets find the end zone once again. This time, it's Keaton Keller off the reception, 14-7 Hornets. HWC keeps piling on. Spoilers' homecoming is, wait for it, Joe, spoiled. Take a look at some scores from across the area. Special night in Watford as they honored former wrestler Jeff Schwartz at halftime. Haven't seen a final from Cavalier versus Rugby, but the Tornadoes were pretty firmly in control at halftime. Number 1 ranked Aggies now have 2 shutout wins in a row. South Prairie Max Volleyball may have defeated DLB yesterday, but Lakers get the victory on the grass tonight. In 9-man ball, North Star and 4 Winds both pick up Region 2 wins by multiple scores, while West Hope is still undefeated. Number 1, New Salem Almont lost tonight, so the Sioux should get a boost in the polls. Meanwhile, Berthold Bombers, that's your 3rd straight win and your first shutout of the season. In 6-man, next week's Center Stanton versus Partial matchup looks even more exciting. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Under the Lights coverage. Tonight in the MLB, the Minnesota Twins are your AL Central champions. I know that's got to feel good out in Minneapolis. Should be a good postseason catching up. We avoided some of the rain tonight. Week 6 coming up next week. Thanks again so much for joining us. Have a good weekend.